Hello guys, welcome. Welcome to another episode of Ripster Daily Trade Recaps and Daily Teachings. Before we start, just a quick disclaimer. Anything we discuss is only for educational purpose. Nothing is a financial advice. So anyways guys, didn't do recaps for some time. I've been a little busy in my personal stuff. I will be busy for another week or so. But I did want to put out the recap for today because, a lot of new followers, a lot of new traders who struggle in the red market, right? We don't struggle in the red market. We were only 14% red in the community today. It was because of the system. So I just wanted to put out, how to trade the red markets, how to make profits in the red market, how to hedge in the red markets, how to grow your account in the red market using the repeatable system. Okay, so before we start that, look at all of our trades today. There's not going to be much, but definitely a lot of few good setups to discuss. Let's take a look. Let's do a quick introduction for anybody who's new to my YouTube, new to our X accounts, new to our community. We trade a repeatable system called Ripster EMA Cloud system. The system just don't only consist of my indicators, but it also consists of all the teachings that I teach day in, day out, all the concepts that we teach, all the repeatable concepts that we teach. So system is how you trade, setup is what you trade. This is part of the 4 pillars that I teach. So what again is so how to find these setups? To find these setups, you have to prepare every pre-market. If you're a swing trader, you have to prepare on the weekends, and every day you have to look for the opportunities and plan. I did a free webinar on the pre-market planning. Hope you guys were part of it and learned from it. So let's see. Every morning, me and my team, we create a plan for the day. We have the earning plays, we have news plays, we have index stocks, and then we also have upgrades and downgrades. We have a support level, resistance level, and we also look if it's an MTF setup or not, and we will take a look at those MTF setups as well today. And then we want to have an initial plan. I create this plan in the pre-market on the live screen so the traders can follow the plan. We are one of the largest live trading community, which is not an alert or signal service. Everybody trades the repeatable system, trying to be successful lifetime. So that's why we stick with the system. We have a plan, we follow the plan. So yes, we have initial bias, and then as the market opens, we'll see how that works out. We follow the plan or change our bias based upon the system. We also have something called day 2 day 3 strategy. This is another webinar I did with you guys. I teach you guys this strategy daily. That's all other stocks with these stocks which can highly likelihood of move. All the plan is provided for the traders to trade with this pre-market day 2 day 3 setup. We also have the levels for SPY QQQ. We provide every day. We have a plan for that. Traders are ready. Today was an amazing day to trade SPY QQQ. Then we also trade futures. We have levels for the futures which are provided to the traders. You can use the Ripster EMA Cloud system to trade futures. Today was a successful day that we're going to recap. Amazing green day for the traders trading with the futures. Then we trade crypto stocks. Any day crypto is moving, coin MSTR, we trade these stocks as well. In addition to that, we do have many other game plans in the community. We trade low floats, we trade IPOs, we have a low float channel. I'm usually on voice first few hours of the market open. Usually I'm around all day guiding the traders. These days I'm a little busy in some personal stuff, so I'm not around, but regardless, we are done with the first 30-40 minutes usually. Most of our trades in the morning, and I do guide the traders on the timestamped guidance on the voice live screen and also my special feed. We have thousands of traders on our trading floor sharing ideas with each other to find those opportunities in the market. And we have so many tools. We have option flow, we have 3 option flow scanners, we have stock scanners, we have news scanner, we have audio news scanners, we got order flows, we got alerts for the Ripster clouds, support resistance alerts, trade halt unhold. These tools are over $500-600, which are freely available for all the members in the community. All right, so that being said, let's start with a recap. Let's take a look and look at how we traded today, how we managed the red market to be green in the community. All right, so let's start with SPY. Okay, so nothing crazy today, nothing that was surprising. The market has been running. You see, market has been running crazy for a few days. It's just a pullback was inevitable, and that's normal. It's a normal healthy pullback. You see SPY up each and every day, and we were long. If you look at the chart, we were long on QQQs a few days ago. This if you follow the Ripster Cloud, the trend is completely clear. So there was a Monday was a long from the MTF bounces, then we were bearish and the short all day, and then we were short today, right, from this MTF Cloud, right? So Ripster Cloud tell you when to be long, when to be short, and there was various reasons because of what Powell said. We were extended. The quarter ending is coming up. A lot of reasons, right? You can look at a lot of reasons. The only reason you need to know is that it's a healthy pullback. We needed it. It was a due, right? And based upon our VIX strategy, we can see that if it keeps going on, or it will dump. If VIX bounces over 16, we're gonna see continuous dump. If VIX goes back to 15, then maybe market bounces, right? So we use our VIX strategy. So you always learn the VIX strategy. Go to ripstereducation.com, learn that, how the key levels on VIX. You need to know that even if you're swing trading or investing, this is important for you to learn and understand. Okay, so let's see what was the plan this morning on VIX. SPY was testing 1 hour MTF Cloud. What is an MTF Cloud? MTF Cloud is a Ripster EMA Cloud from the daily and 1 hour charts, which are you can see on your intraday charts. It's a highly probable trading system which lets you go long, buy stock, short stock, buy puts based upon the system that I teach you every day. So the plan was pretty simple. VIX under 16, we will long the market for the bounce. If VIX holds 16 and curls, be careful, we short under the MTF. So I told the traders we short under the MTF, right? Neutral bias, we'll see how we open. Watch all the concepts. Amateur trading, amateur trade concept, morning trade, 10 a.m. concept, all these concepts I teach. All right, so let's see what happened. As you see, look carefully here. As you see in the morning at 9:30, the VIX pushed over that level, 1620. VIX pushed over that. And SPY broke MTF clouds. QQQ broke MTF clouds. Just like we planned. No surprises. We already have a plan. What did I say in the plan? VIX under 16. We long MTF. If VIX holds and curls, be careful. We short under MTF on VIX 1640 curl. Simple. This line, and you made thousands of dollars today, right? It's not about money. I don't like talking about money, but the reason I'm talking about it is because such a simple strategy, such a simple concept, and you got it, right? So let's see. And there's many ways to trade. You can buy the puts, you can trade the NASDAQ futures short, you can trade leverage ETFs longs, inverse leverage ETF longs. I will cover those. But anyways, let's see my timestamp guidance. As soon as the market opened, SPY was bearish. I even tweeted about it. SPY was bearish. I told the traders to short QQQ, right? It opened 932, shorted. And then we see this QQQ. Let's see if you can see it. So this was the QQQ MTF breakout. That's where you shorted. You take it all the way to 10 a.m. bounces 512. You hold it. Then I was on the voice again in the middle of the day. I came on the voice again. I told the traders, once we break yesterday's lows, another concept, we're gonna go much lower. And once we broke the yesterday lows, we faded, flushed 411% ATR, right? So that was a trade, and we were on the 598 puts in the morning. And if they're not gone yet, you can see those 598 puts went in the, from let's take a look here. They went they were always 80 cents. They went all the way to 4%. So there was $1,000 you could return $3,000, right? You just need to be patient. If you're trading lottos, the lottos will lose value right here, bear flag, but you need to still hold. Okay, so this was my guidance. I put, as we started to move down, I told the traders to move the stops to 599.20 and hold it, and we will be locking the profits. And then I said target is the yesterday lows. Once we hit the target yesterday lows, I told the traders we have only traded 61% ATR, and I told them to roll further with the profits. And from that we hit all the way to 593.50, 300-400% gains. That's why you see the traders were short, and you could short anything, right? You could short SPY, you could short QQQ, whatever you want to short, or you can long leverage ETFs. So that's how the traders were. Like, it was an insane day in the community. I mean, traders were literally up. Mr. Bias was up 200%, Epicenu up 190%, 150%, CB 90%, right? TJO was up 1500%, 200%, PLTR puts 115%, SPY 400%. You can see that these traders are, Vishal did 230%, LIJ 250%, because I tell these traders to hold. I teach them to hold. I'm there to help them be accountable, because when this kind of trend comes, you need to hold so that your winner is bigger. If you're buying $100,000 option, you want to make sure the day like today you at least make 2 grand of that $1,000. Right? If you're shorting 100 shares, you're risking $200. You need to make sure, let's say you short 100 shares of QQQs, right? You're risking $100. By end of the day, you're making $600. If you're shorting 1,000 shares, you're risking $1,000. By end of the day, you're making 4 or 5 grand. Or you go leverage ETF long, or you could go QID long, 1,000 shares, you're risking maybe $100, and you're making $1,000 on that trade. Or you can trade Nasdaq futures. You short, look at the big flush all day long and just follow the Ripster clouds. So that's what, and you can see that VIX continued to push. The plan was over 1620. What happens? I told the traders to use VIX 17 for the buys. So VIX 17 is a key level, and it could not push over the VIX 17. Once it broke, that's when the market bounced. You take the profits, went into the chop, nothing to do here, get out of your shorts, take the profits and go home, right? So you see that if VIX had gone over 17, we could have had much more flush. So the concept we just used: MTF Cloud breakdown, pre-market yesterday lows breakdown, morning short, midday bear flag, yesterday lows breakdown short, VIX strategy, all combined together to make a profitable trades. That's all you need to do. When you lose one, but when you make 3, 4, 5. That's how you grow your account, right? And now what we want to talk about the other, when the market is doing this, market is selling off, QQQ is selling off, you don't look for the longs, you short. You short all these other names, like we were short. Let's take a look here at the few names that we were short here. We will take a look at the ORCL and the other ones in a bit, but let's take a look at Apple, right? So what was Apple doing? Apple was a 3450 breakdown all the way to the MTF, right? So what was NVDA doing? NVDA was another MTF short, under the pre-market lows and fading, right? So you trade QQQs, you trade NVDA. If NVDA dumps, QQQ dumps. And this was a magnet setup. Magnet, MTF breakdown, the next MTF, the magnet setup. This is called the magnet setup. So you short it, you buy the puts, you hold the puts, hit 175, you make $3 per profit, right? So that's why I did a short selling webinar, so more of you guys could trade shorts in the market. Literally you were not supposed to long anything today. Microsoft, you were supposed to stay away or short. Netflix, MTF short. Look at that Netflix MTF short, right? Meta was sideways chop. Amazon was a beautiful short, right? Of course Tesla was a long winner, we'll talk about in a bit, and the semiconductors, right? So you just need to find the weakest names and short it. And when the market is like this, your shorts make you more money, right? The shorts are more probable. You need to hedge your longs. If you're a swing trader, you need to hedge your longs, buy the puts, in a different account, buy the puts on something you're long. And using the Ripster cloud system, you can hedge it, right? And if you're a swing trader, this is how you can make money when the market's going down. And when there's a bull market, everybody's genius and everything runs, and swing traders make a lot of money, right? So this is how you trade the red market. You don't need, and you don't buy. Nobody was buying today on this chop. We will buy when the cloud tells us, when there's a call, but today was either sit on the hands or short, right? Learn to short, right? This is what I teach every day. That's how our community is killing it every day. My followers of thousands of people that use the system, who have been teaching freely for many years, they implement this system and they're consistently green or growing their accounts. That's my goal. So anyways, let's look at some other plays here. Amazing day today. This set up all our plays. Let's go to the next one. All right, so let's look at Oracle first. When market is heavy, so Oracle, as you know, since the day Oracle ran crazy and Larry became the richest guy in the world, it has given us opportunities, nothing but opportunities. Okay, so let's go to Oracle here. Let's take a look what was our plan on Oracle. Oracle, what was our game plan? We don't just short without the game plan. Let's take a look at Oracle game plan right here. JPM maintained 342, bearish bias under yesterday lows. What does that mean? Short under yesterday lows. We had more plan. They were also doing a bond sale. So the plan that was given by RGV, the senior trader in the community, bearish bias to short the pops. Only long if it pushes over 311. Pay special attention to both these game plans that we had in the pre-market. So let's see what happened. As soon as I see this rejection, Ripster 3450 cloud rejection, that's a short. I told the traders to short it, put your stops at 312. And as we flashed, we moved the stops higher. We moved the stops to 310. If you respected my 3 310, or you move the stops all the way down. By the end of the day, you made over $8 to $9 per share profit. You're risking $200, you're making $800. You're risking $1,000, you're making $6,000, right? So you can see the timestamp guidance. Never a hindsight, never a BS from me. I showed you the pre-market guidance that we only long over 311, 3450 rejects, pre-market breakdown, little bounce on the bear flag, still under 512, you stay short, right? So I gave the target to 300, and I told the traders to cover on the way to 300. Look at where it bounced. Look carefully where it bounced. It bounced at 300. The power of 300. I mean, how much do I stress the power of this 300 psychological level, guys? Look at that bounce. Isn't that a beauty? And this is what I teach you guys day in, day out, right? So that's how it's such a simple setup. You don't need crazy indicators. You could also curl it. I mean, you could, when you see the bounce on 300, you can take a C minus long, and you could add here 303. You could make $6-7 on the upside. So that's the power of the system, right? How to trade with the system. How I was 300 our target, so that's beautiful. Okay, so let's go to the next one. All right, so let's look at the next one today. So next one was our top earning player. Remember, Micron had an earnings. BTPS expectations were 0.17. 163.50 was our pre-market plan and support. 167 was resistance. That means we're going to be short on 163.50, or if we went along on 167, it was also an MTF setup. The plan in pre-market was pretty simple. No long under yesterday lows. No long under yesterday lows. Call over MTF, neutral bias, push over MTF can be long versus 165, short under it. Read carefully, pause the screen, read carefully, and let's see what happened. And by the way, since the market was heavy, it helped our short. This is your MTF Cloud. This is your MTF Cloud. And this is where you short. I told the traders, no short. No long, short, stops 165. As it started to push down, I gave the stops at 163.40. All you need to do is buy your puts, and you just need to have your stops there. Then we got a bear flag breakdown right here. We got a bear flag breakdown. And then I gave the target of 160. We hit the 160 target. We even hit more than 160. We hit 158. So I told the traders to cover some there. If we break 158, then we're going to see 156. But it held that level. 512 calls. You exit your shorts here. Pushed back. 234.50. You see the call. You could trade the call as well. But the point is the repeatable concepts. No long under yesterday's lows. No longs under MTF. It's a short. Find an entry, stick with the entry. Yes, Micron went into consolidation for 2 hours. Then this is how you have to figure out. If you're short, you want to let the short work. Put your stops up somewhere here. Forget about it. Let the short work. Find these repeatable setups. There's a catalyst. There's a news. There's one of our MTF Cloud. There's a bearish trend. So you make money to the downside. Nobody, not a single person in the community tried to buy Micron. Of course, when it curls 512, you can try to take that trade. But there was no long on this flush because it's under yesterday lows. It's under the pre-market lows. Hopefully you learned that. Make sure you implement this concept. All right, so next one we're going to look at is Tesla. Let's see what was our plan on Tesla. Let's take a look here. Tesla was our long today. Let's take a look. 1 second here. Let's take a look at Tesla. Okay, so let's see what's the plan on Tesla here. Okay, let's go to the plan. Q3 set to beat the estimates. Wolf Research. Wolf Research came in today, said that Q3 will beat the estimates. We had a support level of 428. We have resistance at 430. Look here, we had MTF. Life-changing MTF strategy. It's like a cheat code. Told the traders to long over MTF into the inside candle, neutral bearish bias. Why was it neutral bias? Because it was under the MTF Cloud. It was a bearish bias, and it was inside candle. What is the inside candle? If you go to the daily candles, you will see that we were trading inside the candle. When something is trading inside candle, it can push to the yesterday candle highs. Once it breaks out of that, it can push a little higher. So anyways, so I was because market was a little heavy, so I was a little hesitant. That's when I gave the long to the traders, I told them watch the market, because in this market you cannot chase, because market pulls back, Tesla can pull back, right? But this was long right here, your stops right here. Look at the levels in the pre-market plan. If you followed the plan, look at the levels right here. Tesla 428, 430, longer MTF into the inside clouds. So So we were long right away. I gave the 435 target. We hit the 435 target in next 10 minutes. Next target I gave was 437. I gave those targets in the morning. 436, 936 I gave the market, and we hit the 437 target as well. Our next targets were over those 440 yesterday highs, and you could see that we pushed towards the yesterday highs. As we pushed higher, we moved our stops to 233, 234. That in middle of the day it stopped us out. Right here it stopped us out. Look where it bounced from. It bounced from Ripster 3450 clouds. 512 curls, you can bounce, you can trade the bounce here. You know, it's a C minus trade, or you can add the curls and take it back up. This is one of my repeatable concepts I teach you. Once it curls over 512, it's going to push higher, especially once it reclaims the curl. Okay, so that was our 3450 bounce, and this was our main trade at the open. I was not around, but some traders did trade this call as well. Daily setting for a flag. Relative strength on Tesla. Tesla wants to push to 450. If we get that push to 450, then Tesla is gonna break out. So look at this powerful system, guys. You are not gonna get this system anywhere else. The most powerful trading system ever. That's why 1,000 traders traded. You just stick with it. Look at this. You know, we were short, long here, this breakout, short here, you know, uptrend channel, short yesterday, bounce from 3450, another bear flag, reject from 3450, bounce from MTF, reject from 3450, and a short, and today was a long. You could short scalp again from this 512 break, but look at this bounce. So pretty strong over 445. Tesla is a beast mode. It's gonna go. Okay, let's go to the next one. All right, so let's look at the next one. So next one, there were so many plays on the game plan today. You could literally short all the new Horty list, nuclear. You know, I keep talking about them. I'm just not going to talk them too much here, but I just want to go through a few of our. Let's see if we can go to a few of our game plan plays we had. What was this? This was air, was earning play, bullish bias over yesterday highs. As soon as it pushes over the yesterday highs, you take it long, and you could see that it went all day, right? So that was a good one. Let's take a look at something else here. Yeah, there was a trade on LAC. A lot of traders were trading LAC today. I was not, but a lot of traders did kill it. It was one of our top plays. So let me just talk about that trade. LAC, you could see that ZZ, Sika, Jeff, Nino, Murli, they were all on that trade of LAC. So let's see what LAC did and what was our plan here. So LAC plan was pretty simple. The plan on LAC was 52-week high long over 450 holds, and push. I also like the 5 psychological level. That's one of my teachings. It already pushed over 450. You could, but at the open, 5 psychology, such an easy setup. It's bouncing from 5. You put your stops under 5. You take it long, and you take it over the pre-market highs, hold it. You could easily make $1 here. This was a 5 psychological level trade. I teach it again and again. It was similar thing to when we talked about open, which was a short from the 10 psychological level. You see where it turned bearish from the MTF clouds, short. Today it reclaimed the first MTF clouds. There was a long, then it reclaimed the second MTF cloud. There was another long. Look at the bounce on that thing, from the MTFs. As long as it's under MTF, it's bearish. As soon as it pushes over MTF, you take that long with the 10-minute chart, you make it really good. So I'm just showing you the power, just like the 5 psychological level on LAC, and when we are pushing over 5, you could long it, and when something breaks it could not break the 10, and it's going to pull back, you could short it versus 10. You can use the MTF cloud, 3450 clouds. Repeatable concepts, guys. I have talked about, just like I talked about psychological levels on Oracle 300, open 10, LAC 5, just the 3 examples in front of you. I have had many more examples. If you want to go to see YouTube, even as investors, I talk about a lot of these examples that will teach you a lot. All right, thank you, take care, bye bye.